Yo, what it dooski, titty brewski? What's the deal, Shaquille O'Neal? What's the word, Larry Bird? It's your boy Reactions, man. Make sure this joint leveled up. Remo's Reactions TV. And we back with another video, man, and just keeping the content flowing. Happy New Year to everybody. And yeah, so we just want to keep the ball rolling, man. And we in the trenches, we in the YouTube streets. You know what it is. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to go up, so I appreciate it. If you got anything going on, let me know. And I'm going to follow suit. Make sure I follow back and help. Got to be reciprocal, man. But, yeah, man, so we on it's a new year, man. We made 2K, man. The next goal 5K, 10K. We're going to spike it up to 150K. Somebody got in the comments. And they said, my son tweaking. But, you got to put this energy out there, man. So that's what we doing. 40, shiny than a motherfucker. But, yeah, man. Other than that, man, the stage is set. And I don't know if y'all watched the last video, one of my last videos. It was, Luce Cannon and Wack 100, beating up the guy at No Jumper and all that. His name is Jay Reed. And there's a lot of stories floating around why he was, the big reason was why was he there in the first place and why did they, do him dirty and do all the people that was with him dirty. They did him dirty. Shout out to my Eagles too, y'all. You gotta relax. It's a must that everyone calms down, man. For real, man. You gotta relax. But, yeah. You know what I mean? So, they violated the boy, beat Luce Cannon, put hands on him, allegedly. All this is for, entertainment and educational purposes. That's my disclaimer. I don't own this material, this content. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. If y'all fuck with Flacco, go over there and fuck with him. This is his joint. But, yeah, it's getting real deep, man. And honestly, these guys are grown-ups, man. And to represent the brothers, man, it's just not looking good, man. Without no further ado, man, if you're new to the channel, like I say, subscribe, please. Feel free to comment, and give your opinion, man. That's what we're here for. Let's get it, man. Hold up.
Some people might be cooked. What type of jury is going to look at this grown man crying like this and not reward him $100 million?
You know what I'm saying? And, I ain't up here joking for nobody. I'm telling you some real situation, brother.
This ain't funny.
This ain't what I wanted. This ain't what I expected from anybody. When I tell you I went there on...
That's the method. That's how you win over a jury, bro. If there was ever a way...
Yo, listen. The fact that Flacco was saying that's the method, he gotta relax. Yo, for real though, because he, he truly seen me. You can't, it's gonna help in the court when he sue their ass, but if you listen to his story, man, you can tell, yo, bro, don't see him unless he's a damn good actor.
To get a bag in court, bro, that's how you get it. Now, that's Jay Reed. Jay Reed is the man who was beat up by Luce Cannon outside of No Jumper. Now, he went on Compton Rick Rock to break down exactly what took place and also clear up a lot of misconceptions.
Change the narrative about me just being some guy that walked up in the back of No Jumper. That is not how it happened.
Yo, the story real quick. So they were trying to say he just showed up allegedly, no one, he didn't get, a call. He just popped up out of the blue ski. So go back to my other video. You'll get the that narrative, and then hear this one. You got to compare it.
Jay Reed, from what I've gathered from watching all of this, is a cautionary tale to watch out who you associate with.
I've been knowing you for a while. I've been knowing Luce Cannon for a while. I've been knowing Wack for a while. Make it even, to top it off, man, I was just in Vegas with these dudes about 2 weeks ago. So, not 2 weeks ago, but about 2 months ago. And, you can see the picture up on about that. So,
this might sound crazy, but you will understand what I mean by the end of this video. Wack and Luce Cannon don't have an issue with Jay Reed. They actually like Jay Reed.
Tell us how everything went. I want to know your reason for going to No Jumper, because that's what everybody want to know.
The key piece to all of this is finding out that Jay Reed was a middleman between Luce Cannon and Dosh Network. Jay Reed was cool with Luce Cannon, and he was also really cool with Dodge Network, and he was just playing translator between the two entities.
Man, let's go with this. Let's start like this. Like I said, I've been dealing with Luce Cannon and Wack for the past few months, already trying to do a joint venture with Dodge Network.
Being a middleman is always risky, especially when dealing with a street dude and a company, because if the street dude feel finessed, they're not about to take it out on the company, they're going to take it out on you. So what we will learn is Luce Cannon invited both Jay Reed and Travis Ford, the owner of Dodge Network, to No Jumper that day.
I get the call from Cannon. We supposed to be at No Jumper at 4:30. Ironically, I'm in a different area, so it's going to take me a little time to get there. So as I'm approaching, I'm getting a call from Luce Cannon. Are you close? Are you there? Are you there?
I'm not a square, but I could spot the back door from a mile away, and I don't know how Jay Reed didn't spot it. If I'm on my way and you're calling me 5 times back to back to back, anxious to see me, I'm asking, why are you so anxious to see me? Like, what's the hurry? Like, I'm not some type of important figure, bro. Like, you ain't never been as
He has a point there. He has a point. That should have been a red flag for sure. Especially because homeboy's an OG and all this and all that, and allegedly him and Luce Cannon were locked up together, and it's a lot. But someone keep blowing you up, yo, how far are you? Yeah, it's like, all right, bro, like you're a little bit too extra out that I'm on my way. Like, why you keep, checking my estimated time of arrival, my ETA? You gotta relax. React
to see me. Why are you anxious now to see me? But when Jay Reed arrived, he actually ignored another red flag.
So I'm like, man, I'll be there in a second. You know what I mean? I'm coming from a different area. So as I'm saying that, I'm telling you, we get there, we pull up. I'm asked to be there. I'm asked to wait outside for a second. I guess the show was over. So I introduced myself to Adam. As Jay Reed. Came back to me. We shook hands. We sat right there and our video recorded. Adam know who I am. I'm trying to understand how we in this situation. Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. But let me go ahead and say this, man. I walked into the building. You see what I'm saying? Because for a second, I'm outside, but I'm thinking, man, this is my boy right here. Why do I need to be outside? Let me go up inside and introduce myself. To make sure everybody up in there is straight. As I'm coming in, man, I see Luce. I see Wack right in front of me. But at the same time, I do see 15 gentlemen there.
Jay Reed showed up as a middleman, but Jay Reed is aware that Travis Ford, the CEO of the Dodge Network, was supposed to be there too. Travis Ford was the real guest. Jay Reed was just the middleman that was coming to hold it down. So when Jay Reed gets there and he don't see Travis Ford, I feel like that should have sprung some red flags in his head. Jay Reed spoke to Travis Ford a few hours before, and Travis Ford let him know that he was skeptical and he may not come. So if he was so skeptical to the point where he didn't come, then why do you feel comfortable there? So eventually, Luce Cannon and Jay Reed get to talking, and
see, I agree with that. Like, motherfucker, you don't gotta be a rocket scientist to know that. The motherfucker that's the guest, you're the middle guy. He's the guest. He's like, I don't know, man. That shit sound kind of suspect. I probably chill. And then you go, what up, broski? The whole time you was on your route, you should have been calling him, talking about, yo, are you gonna be there? What's the word? Da 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 da. So you gotta bust a bitch. I wouldn't even went off of his word. If he said, man, I had to clarify, right? Are you going or not, my nigga? Like, let me know, because if you're not going, I'm not going. Period. Niggas is crazy.
They walk outside.
Wack right there, and as we conversing, they just decided to say, let's go outside. I don't know for what reason. I thought it was just me and Wack at the time going to be walking out, because we had some business to attend to when it came to Dodge Network.
Jay Reed, a street dude, an OG, so I'm trying to figure out how he's missing these red flags. You was anxious for me to get there. I get there, and the person that was supposed to be there for me, the middleman of business, they're saying is way too sketchy for them to show up. And then when we get there, we're in the AC building, and you say, let's go out in the heat, and you went for it. I don't understand, right? But I do think Jay Reed was just trying to do the right thing, because when the conversation started outside, very quickly he should have realized that the conversation was above his pay grade. And essentially, they was having issues with things that he really couldn't solve or give an answer for.
So we get to walking outside as we speaking, as we get to speaking, I'm looking at Luce Cannon because I'm trying to figure out, what's the motive of me being in this situation. So Luce Cannon gets to talking about the spreadsheet that they wanted to see from Mozzie about the Dosh Network. Now, this is something we've been going back and forth about for the last few months. And, this is me trying to learn how to get up into the network game as opposed to me dealing with the music game. So I'm learning about the subscribers. So we were stuck on the issue about 80,000 subscribers that Dosh Network has. So it was an issue, it was a situation upon seeing the spreadsheet. Now, we wanted to see the spreadsheet because we wanted to see how these 80K followers are still there on this site. Now, me bringing the situation of hand, I'm the front runner, I'm the connection. So I don't feel no type of way about me being there because this is business. So as me and Luce begin to speak, he says, hey, Jay Reed, see, this is where we have a situation where we need to see the spreadsheet for the network. As he began to say that, he calls Wack over there, and Wack begins to speak.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Blue Chew actually work?
Bro,
You get a month for free.
Wack begins to speak.
From a common sense perspective, you can tell what's going on just by examining this. Luce Cannon feels disrespected by Dash Network. He feels Dash Network is trying to pull a fast one over him. They've been having conversations back and forth. Their conversations have gotten heated before, which is why Travis Ford, the owner of Dash Network, wasn't present, because they've been disrespectful on both sides. Jay Reed hasn't run a network. He doesn't run a network. He's not involved in the network. He don't understand what the network has. He doesn't understand the spreadsheet. He doesn't understand nothing because he's just the middleman. So when he presents himself as a representative, Luce Cannon is thinking, okay.
As a middleman, like, this is the question that I have. As a middleman, what's his fucking responsibilities? Like, what does he do as a middleman? Is he learning the business like he said? Is he, like, what does he do for the Dosh Network? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like dude put too much trust in people that he thought had that fuck with him like that don't fuck with him because he got his ass beat, and then all them niggas got stripped down, violated severely. Like, that was just crazy. Just move on, man.
You're somebody who can give me answers in regards to Dosh Network and these 80,000 subscribers. Well, when you're somebody who they're thinking you can give information, and when they ask you about information, you're fast talking, you don't really say, hey, I don't know this. You're fast talking, you're just trying to figure things out on the spot. Well, it comes across as if you're BSing, and it comes across as if you're playing in their faces.
Wack gets to showing me like, hey, man, this is not what we're asking for. We need to go ahead and get that out. And as I get the look in, man, it just, and Rock, when I tell you this, man, it throws me all off guard because I wasn't aware at all. Next thing you know, I'm getting punched up in the face, and it just goes crazy at that point, as y'all can see. Just totally threw me off guard, man, because I'm thinking in my head, this is my brother.
There's been a lot of stories on both sides, but I feel like that right there is the real depiction of what happened. Jay Reed was trying to middleman some conversations between Luce Cannon and Dosh Network. Luce Cannon already feels like Dosh Network is playing with him. So when Jay Reed came trying to fast talk, he felt like Jay Reed is playing with him, and that's what took place. Now, here's the thing, right? Jay Reed, though, isn't just placing the blame on Luce Cannon and Wack 100. No, he's placing the blame on No Jumper. And here's the reason why he says from his own mouth why he's placing the blame on No Jumper.
It's more important to me that I have to do this for my kids and for my family. You know what I mean? For my kids to wake up and my mom see this and, my family members seeing this, it's tragic. It's a tragedy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to wake up and be viral for this type of mess. And unfortunately, it happened at No Jumper. And that's the thing that get me, because I'm trying to think like, man, where's the safety that come in at it? People probably wondering like what happens next. Hey, all I could say is this, man. You got to stay tuned because I've been told not to talk about certain situations. And, that's just from a legal perspective. Maybe I shouldn't do. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what. These type of things just can't be allowed, man. I was looking for a little bit more help. You know what I mean? A little bit, more safety when it comes around there, man. I'm just confused of how I even went down, Rock.
That sounds like lawyer talk, man. Now, I'd be lying to y'all if I told y'all I knew the legalities of this. But what I do know is that Jay Reed spoke to his lawyer, Adam spoke to his lawyer, and they're both confident that if this does lead to a case, that the case is favorable on their side. So whatever their lawyers is telling them, man, they're both confident. So I can't tell you guys how it's going to shape out, but
Yo, listen, man. I think I've heard enough of this, but yo, at the end of the day, man, like, shout out to Jay Reed, Wack 100, Luce Cannon. You know what I mean? We gotta do a better representation of the brothers, man. I get it if a motherfucker feel disrespected, Luce Cannon, but allegedly he whipped out a hammer. Went the whole extra mile with the situation. That's what the shit looked like on camera. I don't know if the gun real or not though. But regardless, y'all street cats bringing it to the internet, y'all gotta relax. I don't gangbang. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And it's just crazy because now, you know, Wack 100 is an employee of No Jumper, so you know what I mean? It happened on his ground, so dude gonna get a bag, you know? And niggas recorded it. That was just diabolical. But Remo's Reactions TV, man. Love y'all. Peace. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. And stay focused, man. Get your grind on, man. You know what I mean? No